Good morning. Welcome back for another yoga and physiotherapy integrated movement practice. This morning, we are talking about your breath. And specifically, I'd like to share with you some movements that can help you explore how pliable, how mobile you are through your torso. So when we breathe, our torso needs to expand to help increase the volume to draw our air in, expands as we inhale, and then it needs to gently kind of recoil or contract back towards center to help gently press the air back up and out so that we can exhale. So the movement through your torso is really key, is really important to increasing the ease and decreasing the stress and toll that breathing against resistance can take. Breathing requires energy, so let's make it as efficient as possible. And one of the ways we can do that is by increasing our awareness of the suppleness and the pliability of the tissues all in here. So let's get started, shall we? I'd ask you just to come into a comfortable seated position. You can kneel like I am. You could sit on a chair. You could prop yourself up on a block. And just make sure you've got a strap handy. We're going to use the strap today. So something that you can bring into a loop and hold quite securely in that loop. So in your comfortable sitting position, just ask you to close your eyes and bring your awareness into the area that I refer to as your torso. So the area between your hips all the way up to your neck, the tops of your shoulders and your neck. So between here and here. And I'd like you to feel how your torso moves to generate your breath, to generate the movement of air in and out of you. Great. Noticing how much ease or how much resistance there may be in your torso to your breath. All right, let's get started with our explorations. So you can come lying down on your back with your knees bent, feet resting comfortably on the ground. And then bringing your hands onto your abdomen, quite low. So right down, there's the ASIS bones, or they're a pokey out bone and part of your pelvis, right down at the front of your hips almost. If you start there and then let your fingers come in towards your belly button ever so slightly. So if I roll here, you can see where I've placed my hands. And then gently pressing into the tissues in this low part of your abdomen. And then just working your way up on each side, coming all the way up to the bottom of your ribs. Good. Then again, coming down low, maybe moving a little bit wider, and then just gently massaging in. Good. So there's no wrong way to do this. We're just gently giving ourselves a little massage through our abdomen. So in the space between your pelvis and the bottom of your ribs, just checking in with the tissues there. Notice as you move through Notice if there are any spots or any levels that are more accepting of your fingers. Or are there places where the tissues that you're gently pressing into, where those tissues are really kind of pushing back, where they're not perhaps as happy to have that, that little massage? So just massaging through there, coming right from midline all the way out to the sides of your torso. Good. Then bring your hands and just let them rest over your abdomen, somewhere over the spot that you just were paying attention to. And take 5 breaths, feeling for the movement in this area of your body. So your abdomen will gently push up and out onto your hands as you inhale. And feel how it settles down as you exhale. Great. Rolling over, come on back up to your seated position. And finding your strap, you're going to bring the strap right around the bottom of your rib cage. And then cinch it in. So cinching this strap in, tightening the strap so that it's tight enough that that it won't slide down. And this is just at the bottom of my rib cage. So for anyone who wears a bra, just about bra strap height. So it's tight enough so that the strap doesn't fall down when you let it go, but not so tight that it's really restricting. It's not pinning your rib cage into this position. And so then with this, coming back into your breath again. And feel how your ribs move out into the strap as you inhale, and how they settle back towards center with the exhale. And see if you can feel or notice how your ribs expand out in all directions. So there's a side to side expansion, but also a front to back expansion. The front to back one is sometimes a little more challenging to notice. And we often will get a little stuck in that movement through our rib cage. So see if you can gently expand your ribs, both side to side, and gently front to back. Very nice. Okay, taking the strap up and off. Don't put it too far away though. We're going to be using it again in a moment. And then here, just bringing your hands down to rest in your lap and taking another 5 breaths. Feeling again, without the added kind of cue or stimulus of the strap, Feel into how the rib cage expands and gently contracts with your breath here. 5 breaths. Great. Next, bringing your arms up to about shoulder height. Elbows are bent, so fingers are pointing forward. And then just crossing your arms in front of your body so that one hand comes on top and then the other. And moving just the arms. So notice if, as you're in this movement, if there's any tendency for your chest to come forward or to depress back as you're moving your arms. Just move your arms in a way that your torso can stay just tall and steady. So there's a subtle distinction here I want to make. Moving your arms in a way so that your torso stays tall and steady does not mean bracing and holding your torso steady and then moving your arms on it. Move in a way that your torso can stay easy, can stay relaxed. The whole idea here is to improve the pliability, the suppleness of these tissues. So bracing through there to help your arms move is just a little counterproductive for this practice this morning. Good. So then we'll stop with the right arm across on top of the left, and then just gently support your arm at the shoulder with the other hand. And then slowly rolling at the shoulder joint so that your hand points up to the ceiling and then back down. Good. We're going to slide so that both elbows come as close together as possible, and then pivot both arms up so that your forearms come together. And then if you'd like, you can wrap your hands around so that we're coming into eagle arms. Good. So lots of options here. If this was far enough, then you stay here. Perhaps you can come to both hands coming to opposite shoulders. That's great. Forearms together, or maybe arms wrapped around one another. Then once you've come into the position that suits for you today, so a position where you're not having to brace and grit your teeth and grind and push through to be here. And then breathe. Feel the breath moving into your upper back, so into the space between your shoulder blades. Stay easy, easy, easy through your torso. Notice if, as we hold this posture a little bit longer, if your torso wants to kind of shore up, tense up to help push through and hold you here a little bit longer. If you notice any of that bracing or holding pattern coming in through your belly, your ribs, your jaw, then just unwind. Good. Let your arms come back down by your sides. And then starting again, arms coming crisscrossing in front. Chest staying nice and still. Torso staying easy. Good. Then stopping with the left arm on top this time. Right hand comes across to your left shoulder. And then turning the arm bone in the shoulder socket so that your forearm pivots a little bit like a windshield wiper here. Good. And then choosing your holding position here, whether you're staying in this stretch, bringing hands to opposite shoulders, or bringing forearms together, or maybe wrapping hands around. And then breathing once again, feeling the contribution of your upper back. So it's the change in shape of our torsos that transforms the air in front of your face into breath. We cannot breathe unless our torso can expand to create a bit of a vacuum to draw the air in, and then gently contract to press the air out. So here we're using this position as an opportunity to feel how much your upper back contributes to that, to your shape-changing torso. Great. Let's unwind. Bring your arms back down. Rest and easy again. And 5 breaths again, feeling the ease of your breath. Noticing the contributions from your abdomen, from your rib cage, from your chest and upper back. Each time you transform air into breath. Okay. Find your strap again and bringing your strap into your hands, and then bringing your hands right overhead. Let me lower myself down so maybe my hands can be in the shot here. Arms overhead. Then watch when you bring your arms up that your your shoulders are doing the work. So as you bring your arms up, if you feel your rib cage poking forward or your chest poking forward, your chin poking forward, then just only lift your arms as far as is comfortable without that poke forward happening. Okay, so bringing your arms up as far as you can. And then we'll add some small circles. So as always, move in a range where there's no pain. Move in a range where there aren't any clicks or any clunks. And move in a range that your arms can do the movement without your torso getting pulled along. So if you notice your ribs kind of pushing out from side to side or front to back, then just make your circle a little bit smaller so that arms can do the work. Good. And then let's circle the other way. Jaw stays easy. Torso stays calm. Let your arms do the work. Lovely. Then bringing the strap down, I'm going to come back up onto my block, back into your comfortable seated position here. And then finally, to finish off, check back in with your breath now, 15 or 20 minutes later. Closing your eyes. And notice if there's been any shift in the pliability, in the responsiveness of the tissues around your torso. Has there been a shift in the efficiency of your breath? Thank you for joining me. You can join me also through yoga classes that are taught through Be Well Physiotherapy. Or if you're interested in working more intensely and diving in a little bit deeper and you'd like to work one-on-one with me, I would be happy to work with you too. You can get all the information you need from my website, www.bewellphysiotherapy.ca. Thanks, everyone. See you next week.